Seemaji, I come to you on purpose as the last question. You represent an industry organization, and the entire evolution chain over the last 3 decades on sustainability is something that CII has observed. Now, what has been your learnings and what are the key takeaways?
Thank you. Good evening, and really nice to be here. And thank you to all the panelists for the interesting perspectives. Yes, it's true that CII's journey on sustainability actually started 3 decades ago, right at the time of the Rio Summit, so 1992. And we're very proud to see the evolution of our members. All of them here on this panel are our members, and we are very proud of them. What started as merely a discussion in 1992, when we started the discussion, it was merely seen as a compliance issue. That there is regulation, I just need to comply. We worked with them and they worked with us, and we learned from them. It's not just us. And it became an efficiency issue. That operationally, how do we increase efficiency? Because it improves the bottom line, and that's a very good business case. And then we worked with them, and they caught it very fast. I think corporates have to be given that credit, that sustainability has to be the new driver for growth. Therefore, it is a strategic issue. Yeah. So we are very proud, and we see this happening. Much more needs to be done. We have not all crossed all the bridges, but we need to do. Now, CII creates lots of platforms, tools. I don't want to talk about them, how we help them in this journey. What I want to really talk about, if you have a few seconds for me to talk about, is what I think are still the blind spots that we need to look at, right? And that's been some of the insights we have got, and I'm sure many more can be added to this list. Number one, I think, is there is this missing middle in the ESG, which is the social. So we are missing that middle, the social sustainability. I think the emphasis on E is there, on G is beginning. The social definitely needs more, focus. And I'll give an example. You see, if we just look at the impact of climate and the heat stress, almost 380 million workforce in India are doing work that is exposed to heat. Now, this impacts productivity, this impacts health. In turn, it will affect the resilience of an organization. Are boards actually looking at this? Are they looking at this? And if they are, very good, many more need to. Our understanding is this is still very nascent. It needs to be done. Add on top of it, labor issues, labor rights, occupational health, all our issues are the middle missing S in the ESG that needs to be done. Second point, I just need to take 1 more minute, is really nature. I think climate is understood, nature is not understood. Nearly half of the global GDP is dependent on nature and the ecosystem. We need to understand as corporates and boards that we need to value and put in the true cost of nature. We use clean air, we use clean water, we do not actually value that properly. If we were to say that what will be our profit and loss statement if we reflected the true cost of using these ecological resources and then say that this is what we are bringing to the table as creating value, this is what the boards need to start looking. I have a few other things, but I'll stop right.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.